Alrighty, so I'm sure everybody's wondering what's inside this black box. So a couple years ago, closer to about 10-15 years ago, I started trying to figure out a way to capture all my bullets, so whenever they penetrate into something, I could fully recover them. And I was able to, this is basically my third generation. The very first one was phone books, and I would just stack them up, boom, 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 full of phone books, and then I would shoot into them. But the problem with phone books is that now we don't have phone books anymore. Second iteration was full of sand, so I would have the same thing, but it'd be full of sand, and then the bullets would stop in there, and then I'd sift through it, find all the bullets. Well, here is the third iteration of it, and it is rubber mulch. So this is the stuff you guys see at playgrounds, you guys see it, it's basically just shredded up tires. So what happens is all the bullets come in right through here. So after I post the target right here, they travel through here, and I haven't dug these ones out yet. These are the last, I think it's 8 or 10 shots that we did. And I know that they're back here at least about 1.5 feet, because this is almost like 30 inches. So sometimes we'll get them in here a little deeper than that, depending on the bullet. And of course we're shooting our 270s. So it should have plenty of penetration and everything. And sometimes you'll find little pieces of copper jacket that shredded off during the process. But yeah, so far this seems to be the most repeatable. Oh, here we go. So here's a bullet right here. So got the base. I would expand it out, and it was about here. So whenever you look at it, you go back to there, you're talking at least, like, I want to say about 1.5 feet ish. I didn't bring my tape measure with me, but about that much space. So yeah, so this is here's another one here. And of course I don't have the money for ballistics gel and all the other stuff like that, so I just wanted to show you guys this is how I do it. And whenever I get done, then I can fully recover them, and then I can see how that they did. Like, here's another good example right here. So this one expanded really well, did really good. And then, I'm finding out that they're all about the same depth. So it's not like one did worse than the other one or one did better. And sometimes if the lighting is just right, you can see that glint of lead in there, really predominant. And here's another bullet here. And then here's another one. Sometimes the lead core, that's why they're called the cup and core ones. Okay, you got a copper cup, lead core. Sometimes they separate, and I got a good example of it right here. So this one I was digging out the other day after we did some testing, and the core is separated from the copper jacket. So yeah, I mean, it fits in there just like a glove, like it's made to be. It's just separated, and it's almost impossible to tell what bullet that this one was, whether it was the Federal Fusion or the Remington Core Lock. And I know a lot of guys and gals are probably going to get in the comments, oh, this isn't accurate ballistic testing because you don't see what it happens in high speed and ballistic gel. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have high speed or ballistic gel to test everything with, and it gets kind of expensive after a while. So, oh, and then here's a solid copper one. So this one was one of the Hornady or the Winchester all coppers, in 270. So that one did really, really well. I love how it expanded, kept almost probably all of its weight. So yeah, I'll pop up on the screen here in a second some of the other testing that I did and what the weight retentions are of some of the coppers. So yeah, so this kind of gives you guys an idea of how I test the bullets, see what they actually do, if they actually deform, if they actually keep the lead inside the actual jacket or not. And it's also a good way to recycle it, because then I can take these, melt them back down, and I make my own lead bullets for 30 caliber and 44 Magnum. So I can melt down all my own lead and reuse it and make more bullets to shoot. So anyways, just wanted to make a quick little one for you guys here, just so you guys can see the process and how I recover all the lead and test bullets at the same time, all the while being safe. And so far, when I've did all this testing, I've never have had a bullet go all the way through this. The furthest I've had it go is about right there, and then behind that is 3/4 inch plywood, and behind that is railroad ties. And I know a lot of people sit there and say, oh, well, what's behind that? Well, behind that is a wall of concrete that came from our old septic system. So if it manages to go through here, if it manages to go through the railroad ties and through a wall of concrete, then we're shooting something very big, and that's something we shouldn't be shooting it at. So anyways, thanks. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy. Be safe.